Hold on to your hats. Celebrities including Demi Moore, Liv Tyler, Naomi Campbell and Robbie Williams battle blustery conditions as they arrive at Windsor Castle for Princess Eugenie's star-studded wedding. Celebrities including Demi Moore, Liv Tyler and Naomi Campbell gathered in Windsor this morning ahead of Princess Eugenie's royal wedding as the Queen's granddaughter prepares to tie the knot in a lavish ceremony. Eugenie and tequila brand ambassador Jack Brooks Banquil say their vows in the Gothic surrounds of 15th-century St. George's Chapel, in front of an 850-strong congregation of celebrities, royals and VIP guests at Windsor Castle. The Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh, the Prince of Wales, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are all expected to be there for the grand royal celebration. Model Pixie Geldof arrived at Windsor Castle wearing a salmon pink dress, and she was joined by drummer George Barnett. The comedian Jimmy Carr and his wife Caroline Copping were also in attendance. Conservative peer and Downton Abbey creator Julian Fellowes arrived at St. George's Chapel. Lord Fellowes of West Stafford wore a dark jacket and light-colored waistcoat as he arrived at Windsor Castle. But the streets of Windsor were mostly empty this morning, with hundreds of police officers lining the roads in a taxpayer-funded security presence that is said to be costing £2 million. Proud father the Duke of York will walk his daughter down the aisle. In a television interview ahead of the wedding, Jack paid tribute to his future wife, who is ninth in line to the throne, calling her a bright shining light. Eugenie, 28, told Eamon Holmes and Ruth Langsford from ITV's This Morning show, which will be screening the ceremony live, that her humble and generous husband-to-be had the ability to make everyone feel so special. A royal fan eager to see Eugenie arrived in Windsor today, expecting large crowds to start gathering earlier in the week. Carrie Evans, 54, from Lincolnshire, has been in the crowds of well-wishers at the past two royal weddings. She said, "I wanted to be part of the wedding and the traditions because it's all part of being British. I thought there would be lots of people arriving but there aren't. I've been waiting and waiting." Speaking about comparisons between the wedding of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex earlier this year, she said, "She is still the granddaughter of the Queen, of course she'd get married here. She's a princess of this country so that must be quite hard to see another wedding in the same year." Royal superfan John Lowney, from London, said he was happy to be there to share the day with Princess Eugenie. The 63-year-old has been in the crowds for the last two royal weddings and was also outside the hospital for the births of Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. He said, "There's only two people who will be truly proud today and that's Princess Eugenie's mother and father. They'll be ever so proud to see their daughter married. Myself and all the royal fans wish them a very happy marriage." Mr. Lowney arrived yesterday afternoon to bag a prime position from which to see the wedding procession. Mother of the bride Sarah, Duchess of York, who spent years as an outcast from the royal family following her split from Andrew, will also take center stage for the high-profile royal occasion. Her former father-in-law Philip is said to have never forgiven Fergie for the scandal she caused when she was caught in the infamous toe-sucking incident, having her feet kissed by financial advisor John Bryan in 1992. The couple's order of service revealed that Jack will not be wearing a ring and Eugenie will not promise to obey her husband. Italian singer-songwriter Andrea Bocelli will perform Bach's Ave Maria. A Gaelic blessing will be sung by the choir, and maid of honor Princess Beatrice, Eugenie's older sister, will read an extract from F. Scott Fitzgerald's classic novel The Great Gatsby. The bride and groom have chosen a traditional marriage ceremony which features language such as thou and thee instead of you. David Connor, the Dean of Windsor, will officiate over the vows and give the address. Stars at the nuptials will include former Take That singer Robbie Williams and his wife and fellow X Factor judge Ada Field, whose 6-year-old daughter Theodora is one of the bridesmaids. Prince George and Princess Charlotte will also play a starring role among the young helpers, along with Zara and Mike Tyndall's spirited 4-year-old Mia and Peter and Autumn Phillips' daughters Savannah and Isla. Maud Windsor, who is Eugenie's goddaughter and the daughter of Lord Frederick Windsor and his actress wife Sophie Winkleman, is also a bridesmaid. George will be joined by fellow page boy Louis de Givenchy, the 6-year-old son of J.P. Morgan banking executive Olivier de Givenchy and his wife Zoe. Well-known faces predicted to attend the second royal wedding of the year include singer Ellie Goulding and fiancé Casper Jopeling, supermodel Cindy Crawford, David, and Victoria Beckham. Also forecast to be on the list are Harry's exes Cressida Benez and Chelsy Davy, model Cara Delevingne, singer James Blunt and wife Sophia Wellesley, and George and Amal Clooney. Jack works as a drinks executive for Casamigos Tequila, which was founded by Clooney and Crawford's husband Rand Gerber. Royal fans will be keen to see how the wedding compares to that of Harry and Meghan, who wed in the same venue just 5 months ago. Crowds of more than 100,000 lined the streets for the Duke and American former actress' big day in May. Criticism has already been levied at the estimated £2 million security bill, which falls to the taxpayer, for Eugenie's wedding. The policing costs will have been increased by the 1 kilometer (0.6 mile) carriage ride the couple will make through the town after the ceremony. But Eugenie, who is not a working royal, and Jack will not head up the long walk like Harry and Meghan, but take a shorter route back to the castle. Windsor looks set to escape the worst of Storm Callum, but the conditions could be blowy on a dry and cloudy day. Sarah Kent of the Met Office said, "The people trying to hold the train are going to have to be doing a good job if she's got a long one because the breeze will be catching it." Erdem is the favorite to have designed Eugenie's wedding dress, with other suggestions including Susanna and Stella McCartney. The Queen is hosting an afternoon reception afterwards in the castle, while an evening party is expected at the York family home, the Royal Lodge in Windsor Great Park. About 1,200 members of the public have been given balloted invites to the castle's lower ward, as have charity representatives, children from Eugenie's old schools, and royal household staff.